was just rewatching some of Love is Blind. I'm on episode 3 of season 5, and I just wanted to do one specific video about one specific topic. Spoiler alert, because I am going to talk about something that is from a future episode, so if you're only on episode 3, turn this video off and watch it later. Sorry, I look like a toe right now. I have hair, I promise. I just got out of the pool, so I'm on my way home, and I was just finished watching the video, or I'm to that part, and I wanted to talk about it while it was fresh in my brain. So, beginning of episode 3, JP and Taylor finally get to meet each other. Look at each other, see each other, all that kind of stuff. Again, spoilers if you have not seen the future episodes up till they release them on October 6th. It's October 3rd. So, a couple more days, but if you haven't seen up to that part, turn it off because you're gonna be mad. Okay, so the reveal. Super awkward, right? Even when I was watching this for the first time, I was so concerned. I was like, this is incredibly awkward. But at the moment, I felt like it was more awkward on Taylor's point. I was like, oh, maybe Taylor feels really awkward because maybe he's not what she wanted or normally goes for or whatever, which she kind of says. Like, he's not usually her type, which is fine. That's the whole point of the experiment, right? So I'm watching this and I'm incredibly awkward. Or I feel incredibly awkward. Every time they kiss, I'm like, ugh, like that looks disgusting. They look like two 16-year-olds having their first kiss. Like, they look so awkward. And yeah, I'm sure some awkwardness happens to that. I have talked to guys on Tinder, and then you meet them in person, and it's like, wait a minute, that's not what I expected. I totally get that point of it. But this was to the extreme. So I'm rewatching this, and I'm like, okay, they're cute. They're just awkward. They're going to get over this little awkward phase. Whatever. They'll be fine. So flash forward. Again, spoilers. Here's when the spoilers come. Flash forward to the honeymoon. So they're in Mexico. They're super awkward still. And I get it. Like, yeah, you have to get used to people, but it's like, and Taylor says this multiple times. She said this when it happened with the reveal. She's like, even in the pods, there was kind of like awkward silence. So maybe he's just not a talker. I don't know. That's kind of strange that he would come on a show that you have to talk a lot to get to know someone. But, so like day 1, day 2, day 3 of the honeymoon, still really awkward. I want to say, don't quote me, but I want to say it was day 2 of the honeymoon, maybe 3, that she was really starting to think about it, and she's really starting to like open up and like, hey, this is still really awkward. Like, what's going on? What, can you help me understand this? We should be able to work this out. Help me. And he kind of gives her nothing, which is very strange. Like, maybe he's just an awkward person, but it's literally like crickets whenever she asks him a question, or he'll answer it like yes, no, purple, like very, very short answers to where she's like, okay, dude, you gotta give me something. And I've had those conversations in life, and it's like, yeah, it is really awkward, and it's hard, and it's probably even harder when this person is supposed to now be your life partner. You're supposed to be able to share everything with them and talk to them about everything, and like, you're in Mexico. How do you not find something simple to talk about? Like, oh wow, did you see the sunset last night? Like, there should be even simple little things. Excuse me. So day whatever, we'll say 3 because I don't remember the exact days. They kind of all blend together when they're in the honeymoon part, but I also want to throw this out. I don't think they had sex. I just want to throw that out there. The vibe I got with how awkward they were, can you even imagine them trying to do that? No, I don't think that would work. Which if they didn't, I would be very glad with what happened, because that would suck. So day 3 or 4, whatever it is, they get to meet all the other couples. And so Taylor's observing all the other couples, and then that night they have that conversation where they're like, hey, well, I guess I should say she has that conversation because he doesn't really speak. She's kind of like, hey, like, I think we're not where we should be. Can we talk about things? What's going on? Here's my fears, is that you don't love me, you don't like the way I look, even though during the reveal he's like, oh, you're pretty, I love your face, which is great. That's what you should say, ideally, a woman you fall in love with, but not everything's about looks. And 8 years into a relationship, I can tell you, looks don't matter after a long time. It's the connection you have, the everything else besides the looks. If you're with someone for 40 years, their looks are going to change. They're not going to look 25 for the rest of their life. So anyways, so at this moment, he finally decides to open up. And he confesses that he was very shocked by her reveal. Not because of what, kind of what she looked like, but not like who she was. He was shocked by how much like makeup she had on and how kind of fake she came across, which as a girl who doesn't wear makeup, I'm a bigger girl, everyone knows this, I wear sweats and t-shirts all the time. I can really appreciate that. I can really appreciate him going, hey, we've been in Mexico for 3 or 4 days, you haven't worn any makeup, and I think you're beautiful that way. That's cute. That is adorable. And I think she might have been more shocked in the moment because girls, when they dress up, we wear makeup. We do it because we want to look prettier. Like, society tells us that makeup, like, makes us prettier. Sometimes it does. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it doesn't. And it also is just very fake. And it's not who you are, of course, which is kind of the point of it. But I can see his side of things. And she's very caught off guard. She feels very hurt, I'm sure, is what it looks like. I don't remember if she ever actually said anything like, that hurts my feelings, or I don't like that that's what it was. Or I don't remember exactly how that conversation goes. I haven't started rewatching that part of the show yet, but she's just very caught off guard, and she ends up going into a different hotel room that night, which she says, I'm going to sleep in a different room. I thought she would like sleep on the couch, but like she literally packs all of her stuff and goes into a completely different hotel room, and which kind of gave me the clue of like what was going to happen next. Like, you don't just move hotel rooms if you're just uncomfortable. So then the next day they like meet up in the hotel lobby and they talk, and she just says, you know, like, this isn't going to work out, blah, 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 blah. I don't exactly remember what was said, but I guess he doesn't really have any say. It doesn't really sound like, but they kind of call things off. She calls things off. She gives the ring back, and she says kind of like, I'm out, I'm over it. Which, again, the new episodes haven't released yet, so I'll be interested if they dive into her side anymore. I don't think they will, because, like I said, from the very beginning, they were very couple target focused, and they didn't really expand much on the other people. But looking back at the reveal, knowing that that's what happened, I really like tried to pay attention to any clues. I'm a psych major. Like, I'm all about body language. I'm all about every kind of aspect like that. So I'm rewatching it, and I admire JP for his reveal. Yes and no. I'll be honest. No, because he pretty much lied and said, I like your face. You're really pretty. When in his head, he was thinking, oh God, she's fake. She looks like plastic. She has too much makeup on. I'm not attracted to those kind of people. Which, again, point of the experiment, he goes on. And he says, in his brain, that doesn't matter. He really tried. And I genuinely feel like he tried in the honeymoon. I think he is just an awkward human being, and I don't think that he has great communication skills, but I don't think in any part of the time that they had together, I never felt like he's doing that on purpose, or he is... Sorry, there's a truck on the side of the road. I was trying to figure out if it was a cop. Yeah, so I don't feel like he was not trying. I feel like he genuinely was really trying. I think he was like, okay, I need to give this a shot because I think she's beautiful without makeup on, as far as he said. Now, he said she was pretty with the makeup on, and then said later no. So that could be a whole different thing. But, and it could be the edits too. Honestly, like, she's saying he was really awkward, all this kind of stuff, but we don't know. Like, because she said that, they could have edited it, whatever, more awkward. Like, they could have taken out some of his talking to make him look more awkward, to give her kind of like a boost. But yeah, so that's kind of my opinion. I really think he tried, and I think she really tried too. This is not like a hate on Taylor video. I think they genuinely cared about each other, and I think if circumstances were a little bit different at the reveal, or they gave it a little more time, I think it could have worked out. But I really think she tried because she kept talking. She really opened up, and she was like, hey, can we please talk about this? Like, I feel uncomfortable. I feel awkward. I need you to work with me. She was very communicative? You know what I mean. Words. It's been a long day at work. But she was really open and communicated everything she needed. He tried very hard. He wasn't initially attracted, but he said, you know what? I have this bond, and I know who she is on the inside, and I love her for the inside. So I'm going to try to love the outside just as much as I love the inside, which on both sides I admire. Obviously, there's stuff behind the camera that we don't see, but on what we do see, those are kind of my thoughts. I kind of want to do this for a couple different couples too. I really want to do a Uche video. If you watched my first video, y'all know I'm not the biggest fan of Uche. I think he's a douche, but he would be an interesting one because, again, later he comes back into the picture, and I didn't like how that went either. So, tell me in the comments if you guys like just the couples videos too, like me speaking on specific couples, or if you guys like the overall episode reviews, I guess, recaps better. But this was just a quick, I guess it's not quick, it's 13 minutes long, video on my way home from work. I really wanted to talk about just that part. This one should go up in the morning, hopefully. And then I'm gonna watch, I'm finishing episode 3 right now. I might do 3 and 4, we'll see, but I'll do another recap in the morning, and then maybe another couple video tomorrow night. But comment, tell me what you guys liked, tell me if you guys felt the same about them, if you guys felt like they did try, if you guys felt like they didn't try. I do really love hearing everyone's opinions and saying, like, am I crazy? Was I saying it wrong? So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!